Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the August 13th Al-Anon readings, Encouraged to Change, and a Little Time for Myself. We'll begin with a serenity prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I will take a moment and look this over. The question is, how do I show trust in myself today? This person says by attending meetings, listening, and applying what they heard, they began to trust themselves to handle small situations. They paused, looked at their thoughts and behaviors, and chose what worked for them. The steps, traditions, and slogans became their way to handle whatever happened to them. Today's reminder, we learn that we can trust ourselves. The quote is from Paths to Recovery. As we work the steps, we realize we can trust ourselves, our higher power, and other people, and in life. How do I show trust in myself today? How do I show trust in myself? By behaving in a way that feels okay with me, I guess, maybe. By taking care of myself, by listening to myself, by doing what feels comfortable and right. In one way, I absolutely know that I can trust myself. And in another way, I know that I still require lots of validation from people that I trust. Is that just part of being human? Or is that something that I need to keep working on? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because I do think that it's kind of a human characteristic to enjoy validation from others. I don't know. I'm sure there are different levels as well. I'm not really sure about that. But following through on what I say I'll do, like when I tell myself I'm going to do something, when I make a list to do something, and I follow through and I do the things on the list, then I feel like that's a way of being good to myself and trusting myself. All right, I'm going to take a minute to look at this. This is kind of a carryover from the previous reading in here. So this person is talking about how they put their sponsor on a pedestal and they realized that that was the wrong thing to do because nobody should be on a pedestal. This person realized that it was up to them to work their program themselves and that their sponsor was speaking from their own experience, strength, and hope and their own understanding of the 12 steps. So this person had the responsibility to themselves to work their program as they understood it. And this person says, most importantly, they learned that nobody's perfect. What a relief. The expectation is not there. We expect no one to be perfect. Today's reminder. While we offer mutual support, we must rely on ourselves. The answers lie within us. And the quote, there's so much writing on this page that I don't know who supplied the quote because it doesn't say, but paraphrasing, the quote says, sponsorship is when two members learn from each other one day at a time. Yeah. I've learned a lot from people that I've sponsored, and I've learned so much from my sponsor. And I do see that it's definitely a mutual relationship, and I'm so glad for that. And that ultimately we are responsible for ourselves. We are responsible for how we do things. That is both extremely liberating, and it can also be kind of like an awakening, because it's like, oh, that's up to me. Yeah, it most certainly is. So we'll close out with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.